Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Damon Akposio, and here on this amazing day, just at Steeltown Boxing Club in Hamilton, and we're going to get an opportunity to find out a little bit more about the club. Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Damon Akposio, and thanks for tuning in to another episode. I'm here with Bob Wilcox from Steeltown Boxing Club to find out more about the club. So can you tell us a little bit about Steeltown?
Steeltown was established in 2003. We were in the downtown core of Hamilton, not one of the nicest areas, but that's where we got our grassroots. One of the fathers of a child that I was teaching at the time, our club closed up, which was Regency Boxing. He said, if you want to keep teaching kids, I'd be more than glad to give you some space. He had a fruit and vegetable market, so he gave us 4,000 or 5,000 square feet upstairs. In between training, we would clean it up a little bit. We cleaned the corner up and we trained there, and then after we were done training, we would do a little bit more work, and we went to the Brampton Cup. Nobody really knew us that year, and we went to Steeltown Boxing Club, and I think we got 2 best boxers and best team members.
Wow.
So from there on, we cleaned that club up really good. We made it about 8,000 square feet, and we were there for about 6 or 7 years, and the building sold, so we moved to Community Center on Wentworth in Burlington Street, which is right downtown. It was the Eva Rothwell Center. We started over again with 500-600 square feet, and then we grew that into about 2,000 square feet, and then the drive was hard because I lived on the mountain, and the boys at that time had no license, so I was coming to pick up 1 or 2 of them, and then I would come home, drop them off, and pick up the other 1 or 2, taking them down for training because they all had different school hours, and some of them were working for them. So we got through that, and I decided that we were going to try it up on the mountain in Hamilton, and so we got a spot from Global Martial Arts, 1,000 square feet or 2. It went very well, and so I said to the boys, if we're going to keep going, let's get our own place, and let's try and purchase one for a change. So that's what we did. We purchased this place here, and we've been here since 2012, and it's done us very well. It's 1,800 square feet, but we've outgrown it again. So I was going to kind of try and back off and just coach my pros and my top amateurs, and kind of give up the having a club and just travel around with them a little bit. But Three Lions Promotion said to me, we would like you to keep teaching boxers, and we're willing to help you out and get a spot. And you don't have to worry about the rent and all that. We'll take that burden away from you, and you focus on coaching.
Nice.
So that's where we're at now. So we've got some some good boxers, a bright future ahead of us.
So what I want to find out is, how did you get into the boxing, and where did you get this knowledge from, because your fighters are doing extremely well, and then how is it to have a couple champions out of the same gym?
It's funny because it's kind of a long story, but we were really big into hockey when the boys were young. They were all gonna be NHLers. But, I coached 4 different teams because they were all on different teams, and Stephen come to me. We lost the championships in the city finals, and a lot of the kids in the room were really disappointed and upset and crying and blaming each other. And Steve grabbed his bag and he says, I wish I didn't have to go through this every time we lose, because they're blaming each other. I said, the only sport you can really blame yourself, and you can't blame nobody else, is boxing. And I had boxed when I was younger at York Place Boxing Club, and I had gotten away from it, of course, but I loved it. I always thought it was a great sport. He said, okay, Dad, can I try it? And it was kind of neat because at the time Regency had just opened up Art in Canada.
Okay.
We just lived 10 minutes away. So I found it, went down there. Mr. Dave Finch and Jack Glasdale welcomed us with open arms, and before I knew it, I was coaching 35 kids, and there was no looking back after that.
Wow.
When they closed up, we carried on.
Okay. And so that's when Steeltown was born.
That's when Steeltown was born. I didn't have no, per se, I didn't have no amateur career. I didn't have no, you know, I just always loved it. You know, I had 3 or 4 amateur fights, and got a detached retina playing hockey.
Oh, wow.
So, but I still hung around the boxing club till about 18 years old.
Okay.
And, you know, that was it. But I'm a firm believer, if you love something and you study it, it doesn't matter if it's your everyday job or whatever you're doing, if you put your mind to it, you can become, if not the best, very good at what you do.
I believe that too, wholeheartedly. So where did the name Steeltown come from?
Well, that's us.
Hamilton, right?
I'm a steel worker. I'm an iron worker. I'm a millwright. I do industrial maintenance, and this is where I've known so many people made a beautiful living out of Steeltown.
Okay.
Might not be the best jobs, they're dirty, grindy jobs, but they make a good paycheck, and they're blue collar workers.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. So were all your kids born in Hamilton?
All my kids were born.
Were you born in Hamilton?
I was born in Caledonia.
Okay.
But we moved to Hamilton when I was very young.
Okay. And so now, you know, with Steven being a champion, Kevin being a champion, like, what do you attribute that to?
What I remember speaking to a gentleman one time, and everybody would know him, Hank Lee.
Yeah.
When I first got into boxing, I kind of looked up to Hank, because he was the one that would tell me, your boys aren't doing this right, they're not doing that right. And then I was very green. And Hank said to me, he says, if you can keep your team together, he says, you will have champions, because all you're going to have to do, he says, it's like the horse and buggy. He says, all you're going to have to do is steer the horse. They're going to look after everything else. And it was, I kind of always remember that. So the boys, they help each other. I will say to Steven, Jesse, or Josh, what did you think about Kevin's last fight? They all have their own opinions, and they're all great opinions, but I always ask them, what do you think we've got to fix? We feed off of each other. Nice. And I just kind of set the program of what we put together with each other, then I just try and execute the program for the next fight.
Excellent.
So that's kind of where we get it from.
You found your formula to success there.
Yes, as a team.
Yeah.
You know, as a team, we're a team. It's not Bob's a great coach, we feed off of each other.
That's fantastic. So you guys are going to be going to a new location. What's going to be the address of the new location?
It's on Hempstead Road, 115 Hempstead Road. It's just around the corner from where we are now. It's actually Hempstead Drive. It's just actually a minute away from here.
Okay.
So when I said about closing this place, the 3 Lions wanted to carry on, but I says, I need more space, and they got me more space.
Oh, excellent.
So it's going to be open May 1st. We're going to have the doors open.
Okay.
And, it's about 5,000 square feet.
And how do people, if they're interested in getting involved in boxing, how do they go about signing up or getting in touch with you?
They can phone Steve at 905-745-9853 direct. They can go on to Steeltown Boxing website. They can go on to the 3 Lions website, and all the information will be there. We're really, I'm not taking nobody till we get there. I just want to finish up here and make the move. And we're going to obviously be promoting our grand opening, which would be probably second week in May, I believe.
Okay.
So we're going to have some sparring and a barbecue and have a lot of, we're going to be advertising that also on the social media.
Excellent.
The new gym location, will you be opening up to pro and amateur boxing?
It will be pro and amateur and recreational. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. It's going to be a little easier to set the program because we've got enough space we can run. Right now, we're tight. We get 30 people in here. You can't move, and the demand is there, but the scheduling is very hard. It's got to be done properly, 5:30 to 6:30, 6:30, to get it all in. Where with the new place, we're going to be able to run 3 or 4 at the same time.
Excellent. Remember, you can ask us any questions related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO or through email at posio@hotmail.com. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.